really cute.
He's really cute. And you should. But he's not on, so you can't show him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already got it right here.
Yeah. Wow, I look crazy. I apologize. You get to see my crazy. Whew, it is early, but today is Bobby's first day, where he's like back at work early at his normal time. So it's been really nice because I've been able to take Xander to school and not have to take Freya and Bjorn along with me. However, not the case today. So everyone's up. Xander's getting in some game time before we have to leave in like 8 minutes. Bjorn is watching some cartoons and Freya is... Oh, forgive me. He is not watching cartoons. He is watching scary stuff on YouTube. Yes, on YouTube. And Freya's about to fall back asleep. Which she's going to be not happy when I gotta put her back in her car seat, but... Oh, definitely an earlier morning this morning, but that's okay. Just gotta get used to it. So, being here in Wisconsin, it stays dark longer and longer and gets dark earlier and earlier the more we go into the winter months. So the sun's up now, but when I first got up the sun's down, and that is like the worst way for me to wake up because at least if the sun's up it makes it a little bit easier, but it's really just now getting light outside. So yeah, the more we go into winter the darker it stays, which makes it really difficult to get motivated and moving. There is a such thing as seasonal depression, and if you are from one of these cold states, you understand it. My mom laughs because mom and dad are in Florida. They actually live in Daytona Beach, Florida. And they were up here for a while, and mom always dealt with seasonal depression. And then once dad was finally retired from the fire department, they moved to Florida. Which is why a lot of people say I sound funny, like I'm not from Wisconsin, and I say y'all sometimes, but I'm not Southern, whatever. We spent a lot of time in Florida growing up, a lot of time, so I kind of have a mixed accent, I've been told. But it's funny because mom will deal with, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days of rain, and she'll talk about getting cabin fever. I'm like, you already forgot Wisconsin. Like, we deal with like 3 or 4 months of cabin fever. But yeah, so it's like 40 today, and it's definitely getting cold. But I gotta get these boys in the car and ready to go. You're good to go. Oh, sorry. Love you.
Wait, Nana. Wait.
Baby, I don't think he can hear you. You have to say bye when he's in the car, love. Otherwise he can't hear you when he's out of the car. Now you want to go to the store?
Yeah, where Santa Claus climbing the tree.
You want to see if they have the Santa climbing the tree?
Yeah. I
Okay.
want that tree in my room.
We will look and see what they have. I think if they have Santa Claus climbing the tree, though, it'll be on the downstairs tree, not on the tree in your bedroom. Okay? That way everyone can see him? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. The Santa Claus Bjorn was talking about, they do have here, I'll show you. You guys may already know this, but this guy is really cute. You want to show them the Santa Claus by the tree, baby?
Sure.
Alright, you go over there and I'll walk around it, okay? But, oh, here it is. So this is what he really wanted.
Really cute.
He's really cute. And you should, but he's not on, so you can't show him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already got it right here.
Yep. You grabbed him. We grabbed this guy. And then I'm thinking the flocked garland for above the, this way baby, the cabinets this year. Just because I think it'll be pretty and show a little bit more. Oh, you want to show them the elf? Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Maybe not on. Oh. That's
So it's got a little sensor on its foot, so when you walk by, it starts kicking. Right?
yeah.
So, I kinda wish, well, I go back and forth. So the trees I got the kids are a little bit bigger and more sufficient, but I saw this one. This is like that rose gold, and it's a super skinny one, but that probably would have been really cute in Freya's room. But I'm happy with the ones I got them. I think they'll be good for them. Are you being a big helper?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out that way.
Okay. But I think that was all we need, so I think we can head home, okay? No, what are we gonna look at?
I wanted to go dark.
Oh, we are not getting those cars, baby.
Why?
You need to make a list of what you want for Christmas. We can't just buy them.
I have money.
Oh, you have money. I see.
I want the big one.
Oh.
I want.
No, thank you. Thank you. You too, thank you. So even though it's only 38 degrees outside, that's what my car says, I was in the mood for iced. So, iced white mocha with light ice and coconut milk. So good. They always get confused because I asked for the coconut milk, and then I also want the whip, but it's not because I'm looking to have it dairy free. I like the coconut milk, and it's better for keto to have coconut milk in it than even whole milk, so that is why I do it that way. But let's not kid ourselves. This coffee still probably isn't really keto, but I really wanted coffee, so that's like my one thing I have a hard time giving up is coffee. I've gotten a lot better, but especially now with Xander being back face-to-face learning in school, because I'm not a morning person, so it's like, all right, I'm already out. I'm gonna go get coffee. It's a lot easier to talk myself into it when I'm already out and about doing it. So, but now we're gonna go home. I'm pretty sure Freya probably wants to eat. She's quiet though. I know she's awake. When we were in Walmart, she woke up. But is she awake or is she sleeping back there?
He's awake.
She's awake.
He's
So
just building his hand.
yeah.
You don't make me die.
So go home, feed her, and then I need to clean up the house. Yeah, just typical everyday stuff. Obviously, cleaning is a daily thing. If you watch my main channel, you obviously know that. I try and keep the house clean as much as possible. And with 3 kids, it's not always the easiest, but I'm always striving for progress than perfection. Some days my house is a wreck, and I'm okay with that. But I would rather work at it and have it clean as much as possible than let it just get completely trashed, because I get so frazzled when the house is a mess that's why at night I'll usually at least make sure at night everything is finally done. Waking up to a clean house is nicer, and keeping the house clean throughout the day is easier. So it's only harder because I have a lot less time to do stuff during the day. Feeding the baby takes up a lot of my day, and then just her being very clingy right now, and I can definitely get some stuff done, but it's a lot harder when you have a baby that just wants to be held and talked to, and cuddling a baby is way more fun than cleaning the house.
Right now I'm down at another location. One of our trucks, or one of my trucks, broke, so it goes down to what they call a FMS shop, and that basically what they do is they repair our trucks when they're broken. So right now I'm down at FMS, and I am pulling out some parts that I needed, because I used my spare parts to get this other truck up and running, to get our backup truck running, and now the primary truck's going to get turned in because it's broke. And we're probably not going to get it back because the funding for these older trucks is turned off. They ain't going to fund them anymore. So as these old trucks break, they're going to replace them with the updated versions. So right now I'm pulling the parts out because I don't want to get in trouble for parts missing, and I rather have them on hand in case we come across something else that breaks, and then I won't be out cables and I won't have to go somewhere else to get the cables, hopefully. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm pulling out this part here. You can see nothing really special. It's an on-off switch. It powers an antenna. It's got all these cables. I got to take these cables off too and pull them out so that I can, all these cables are 1-for-1s. So I need to pull them all out. So if one breaks, you have to take out the old one and turn in the old broken one to get a new one. Well, I only have one set of spares. So when I use that set, then I'm out. It's a lot easier if you can pull stuff out, put a new one on right away, rather than having to go to your maintenance shop and then be like, okay, it just saves the messing around. And then when I go to the maintenance shop, I can just all at once get new stuff whenever I have to visit them. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. You can see I gotta there's just a lot of cabling, but I gotta get in there and pull out this stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then while I'm at this location, I'm gonna get another COVID test done. Not because I have symptoms, it's just because being around so many people that wear the uniform, in such a short amount of time, they want to make sure that we are not getting sick. And I mean, I'm wearing a mask and all that stuff when I'm around people, but other than that, then, you know, I ain't gonna wear a mask outside. So the chances of me being sick are pretty nil, but I still want to have that test done, so when I go back to my other job, they don't freak out and like, well, you're around a lot of people, you know. Like, yeah, I was, but I got a COVID test done. It says I'm negative, you know, just to be safe. So I'm gonna pull this out, and then I'm gonna have to go do my
home, and I'm a freak because after looking at all the Christmas stuff, I came home and turned on Netflix, and I'm currently watching A Christmas Prince, the royal baby, on Netflix. I know I'm a freak. I love Christmas though. Like, once Halloween is done, I go straight to Christmas. I love Thanksgiving also, but I don't host Thanksgiving, so I don't worry about having the house all ready for Thanksgiving. I go straight to Christmas. And I'm not the only freak. My entire family is a freak. So the kids love it. Bobby loves it. So it's not just me, at least. But feeding little girl, she was definitely ready to eat by the time we got home. And yeah, I'm watching Christmas movies. Tell me I'm not the only weirdo here that's already like ready for Christmas. And don't worry, I'll probably watch like a Conjuring later on. So Halloween has not been forgotten. Messy boy just tried sneaking on the couch. He's so quiet about it, and often he gets away with it because he's so quiet that I will be like distracted doing stuff, and then I'll look over and he's just on the couch. So sassy, Drake. You don't belong on the couch. You have multiple beds you can lay in. Drake. Hey. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Sassy boy. He's like, fine, I'll just sit on the floor by you. You have a bed. It's not like we don't spoil you with expensive dog beds. Drake. Hey.
Your noodle almost done.
You're making me noodles. They're almost done. Thank you. Okay. Also, if you're wondering why this is like almost always on that chair, I don't want the dogs laying on it and it getting full of dog hair. So we throw it on the chair when she's not on it, and we pull it down when she is. It's just easier. Okay, baby. He got Play-Doh at the store. It was 50 cents. And it makes him happy. So I don't buy a ton of Play-Doh because, ooh, that didn't work at all. It covered the whole thing. I don't buy a lot of Play-Doh because it always just gets blended together and ruined and all over the house. So Play-Doh is kind of like a special treat for the kids when they're behaving. And I don't mind doing that. It's going to keep them distracted probably for a couple hours. So yeah. He's currently playing with his Play-Doh from the store from before.
Can
I see it? Noodles. Thanks. Nom 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 nom. Thank you. What are you gonna go make now?
I don't make you the birthday thing. It's your birthday now.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, that why I'm making you the birthday.
I don't want it to be my birthday. That means I'm 30.
Yeah.
Let me have my last couple months in my 20s, okay?
Why did make you the thing? You're not dirty now.
Oh, I can stay 29?
Yeah.
Good. I might stay 29 for the next 10 years. Bang, walla walla bing bang, ooh ee, ooh ah ah, bing bang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee. Walla walla bing bang, ooh ee, ooh ah ah, bing bang, walla walla bing bang. Freya. Ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ping pang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh, ooh, oh, bing bang. Ping chang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh, ping pang, walla bing bang. Gentle.
I'm meeting her. You daddy.
Still at work. It's getting a little late. You can see it's lights are on. But I am working on getting these comm systems up in this truck, and I'm trying to make it so this truck can do, it's called a retransmission, and it allows us to extend the range of our radios. Essentially, if depending on where you're set up at, essentially like double the range. So what I'm trying to do is get these pieces installed. I thought this truck was set up, and then when I'm doing my verifies, I'm doing my checks, I found out that this truck is not set up right. For the most part, it has the main core components, but it didn't have the ability to do that extra boosting. So this truck is going to go out to the field, and I'm trying to get it up and running so it can do that. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about, and show you what I put in. So yeah. So this is a retransmission truck. It's not really a retransmission truck. It's just one that we kind of deemed as one. So originally this mount was all in here. However, and then it's got speakers and stuff. However, when I looked at it, I noticed none of our long range, the boosters, the secondary boosters weren't installed. So I just installed this. This cable was brand new, but you can see, like, it's all like crumbling away. So that kind of stinks. So I might just replace that one. So I added this. I just mounted it, and I hooked up all the cabling out back. We got stuff that's coming back up here. We got it all connected up. This cable runs up to here to where the radios are going to mount. I also did the same setup in the front. That piece is mounted, and now we should be able to do long range. But yeah, I mean, it's getting dark, but I had to get this done. So we'll see. There's a couple more trucks that need some more work, but I'm just running out of daylight and I won't be able to finish them all. So I'm gonna kind of preset stuff up so some of my guys, when they come in next, they can work on it. So yeah, this is tomorrow. I don't have to come into work here, so it gives me a day to kind of like recover and get some stuff done at home. But then I get to come back and, you know, do all this stuff again. But we'll see. Depends on what I can get done today will determine what I will do the next upcoming days. So stay tuned. Maybe I can show you more of like an install or something like that. I don't know. We'll
you
see.
guys like when I share recipes, so I'm gonna share another one with you. This is not, though. Actually, I'm gonna let that heat up. Let me turn this around. All right, much better. This is not a keto recipe by any means. However, it's getting cold, and this is definitely a comfort meal for me. Also, I don't follow recipes, so that's why I never link a recipe. I don't write it down because I just kind of do what I was taught when I was younger. But I am trying to keep track of what I'm doing for you. So watch this video again if you want to try and make it. I'm sorry. Or pen and paper. Because I just kind of make stuff. So a lot of you in the other recipes have asked for recipes, and I don't use recipes. So, but I am making a curry broccoli chicken casserole. It is so good. My mom made it all the time growing up, and it is one of my all-time favorites, especially when it's cold outside. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is melt some butter in a pan. That way we can cook our chicken. Now, I like dark meat, so I'm using chicken thighs. However, if you like white meat, use chicken breasts. They're boneless, skinless, but dark or light, doesn't matter. Also, if you hear little Miss in the background fussing, it's because she's mad that I'm making dinner and not cuddling her. Alright, butter is melted. So, let me grab the chicken. Grab the chicken. So many of you asked if, hey, I'm trying to explain the recipe. If I wash my chicken. I don't. I was always taught not to because it spreads bacteria. So I know cooking or washing chicken is very mixed ideas on it. Some people always do and some people never do. I am a never do type of gal. Like I've said in past recipes, you have to season every layer though. So I'm going to season the chicken with some salt and some pepper, just to make sure every piece of any recipe you make should have enough flavor to stand on its own. That way when you put it all together, it's just extra amazing. Alright, and then so that the chicken gets some color, I'm going to let it just sit one-sided for a little bit. And then I end up covering it. That way it can cook all the way through and you don't need to worry about turning every single piece. But I let it just kind of brown up like this first. Alright, let's check on this. There we go. Now you don't need to worry about the chicken being cooked perfectly because this does go in the oven. But you want it cooked a good amount of the way through. This may end up turning into voiceover because she keeps kerfussing over there more and more. It's off and on, but if she starts really squawking, I might need to just do this in voiceover. But I figured this way I remember each step that I'm telling you without the voiceover. So we'll see. I'm going to cook it a little bit longer and get rid of a little bit more of that pink. Alright, chicken is looking good. Alright, so now I'm cooking the rice. I'm just adding 3 cups of water to the pan and then 3 cups of rice. Obviously, depending on the size of your family and everything, you can kind of play that by ear. I also just use 5-minute rice because, yeah, it's easy. So I do that. But if you use any type of other rice, you're just going to cook the rice first. Also, if you have chicken stock, cook it in chicken stock rather than water. So much better. I didn't have it on hand, so water it is. Alright, and then once the rice is cooked, I'm going to add some broccoli. You can use fresh, but especially going into winter, I always use frozen. Plus, I just like having frozen on hand because it's easy. And add back in the chicken. The 9x13, I put it in, it's literally just a 9x13 we're going to bake it in because why use more than one pan? You could put it in a plate or a bowl, but that 9x13 is going to get dirty anyway, so I'm just putting it in there. Now, you can totally make this keto if you want and just leave the rice out of it. And then we're going to put breadcrumbs on top, but those are like 2 things you can definitely do without. You could just do broccoli and chicken. Actually, that's how my mom actually normally made it, was just the broccoli and chicken, and she made rice on the side. I just personally enjoy doing it this way. That way it's all together. And then once that's all together, you can actually turn off the heat. Add 2 cans of cream of chicken. About a half a cup to a cup of sour cream. I'm just using what I have left, but that's approximately how much you need. This is about half a container that I have left, so I'm just finishing that up. And of course, salt and pepper. And then curry. Now most recipes call for like a tablespoon or 2. I use a lot. Way more than that. Alright, Little Miss Thing started getting real loud again, so back to the voiceover. This is the curry I like using, so just so if you're wondering what type of curry it is, I'm going to have to get more because I love curry. But then you're just going to thoroughly mix it together, and as you see, I also preheated my oven at this point to 350. And then once everything is all mixed together thoroughly, that's when you transfer it to your 9x13. Oh, this is heavier than I thought. And this is actually one of those recipes, kind of like chili. It's really good the first day, but it is amazing as leftovers. And then once the oven is preheated to 350, just pop it in there for about 30 minutes. And then we are going to take it out and put some cheese on it as well as some breadcrumbs. Now, if you have butter crackers, like Ritz crackers, use those instead of breadcrumbs because those are bomb on top of this. Once again, I didn't have Ritz crackers, but love, love, love butter crackers on this instead of the breadcrumbs, but breadcrumbs are good too. Or you can completely leave it off and just do the cheese on top.
So I have a long day at work, and my plan of hitting up some stores on the way home didn't happen exactly how I wanted to. I still was able to hit up a Halloween store in Brookfield, and then while I was right here, not too far away from that, Spirit Halloween is Party City, so I just came out of there. But yeah, I did find two things at Spirit Halloween. One of them is right here. Well, you'll see one of them. The other thing's in a bag, so I got a passenger with me. Check this guy out. Oh yeah, he's a real monster. All caught in the barbed wire. Yeah, pretty cool. I had a 20% off coupon that they have on the Spirit Halloween website, so hell yeah, I figured I'd use it and get this guy because I think he looks creepy. I was looking for this guy and they just happened to have him. They had like one more left after this at the store in Brookfield, so I think I'm gonna put this guy in my tree, so when people walk by they'll just see like this dude